What is up, my creeps? Richard here, bringing you the horror, the terror. And today I'm actually wearing my labyrinth shirt. I just felt like a little bit like the Goblin King today. What can I say? But actually, what we're going to be talking about today is, imagine this. You're a young studio head that's living in the shadow of your father, who is in charge of the studio, and you're looking to prove yourself. You're looking for that big break. Or imagine yourself as an actor who's been working for years, but yet you just haven't had that lucky break, and you're pretty much on your last dollar. Or you're a movie star with a bit of an overinflated sense of self-worth, to put it mildly. You put these things together, and what do you get? You get It's Alive by Julian David Stone, a book that leads up to the week before filming James Whale's 1931 Frankenstein. So join me on this book review. Okay, so the setting, okay, first of all, might be some mild spoilers. I'll try not to, try not to spoil anything major, but, I do have that tendency sometimes to just ramble on. Excuse me. And obviously, I'm not a professional reviewer by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that. More like, yeah, did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like? What you didn't like? That's pretty much what it's going to be. So to set the stage, first of all, this is not a biography. This is a work of historical fiction. Meaning that, of course, yes, these people really did exist, but this isn't exactly how Frankenstein came about. It wasn't exactly how it happened. There are certain facts in the story. I mean, again, these people did exist. Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, Carl Laemmle Jr., Carl Laemmle Sr. Those people did exist. But this is kind of a fictitious look at the creation of Frankenstein, the movie. Much in the same vein as Tim Burton's Ed Wood was not really a biopic, because a lot of it was fictionalized. That's what this is. It's fictionalized. And does that take away from anything? Absolutely not. This was a wonderful story. I had so much fun listening to this, because I had to buy the audiobook, because sadly, I just don't have time to read. No, I don't have time to read. Heck, I don't have time to bleed either, but there we go. So it starts off, you got Carl Laemmle Jr., or Jr. as he's known, gets word that he's in for a big promotion to VP. And so he's all excited. He's made these big plans. Dracula has been out for the past year, and it's been a huge, huge success. And so he thinks, this is it. I'm finally going to be able to do this on my own, because, he's living in the shadow of his father. They're getting ready to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Universal Studios. And you just think, okay, this is the perfect time. So he makes all these big plans, only to find out, there's no announcement or anything like that. So he's got to quickly, oh my gosh. So he's got to, basically, he counted his chickens before they hatched. So he's got to fix that. Then you get to Boris Karloff, who he's a working actor, but he's a struggling working actor. He's not making a whole lot of money. He's got like $20 left to his name, which, back then was a good chunk of change. But still, that's all he's got left. And he's just looking for that one role, the one that's finally going to make him a star. And he's thinking about quitting, just going back to being a truck driver. Then you have Bela Lugosi, who is the talk of the town, going to all the best parties and things like that. And so you have Junior, who wants Frankenstein to be his next film. he wants, of course, Lugosi to play Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's monster. I should clarify that. Lugosi doesn't really want to do it because it's all like he wants to speak. He wants to use words. Lemley Sr. doesn't get it. He's like, well, why do this? Frankenstein. I just don't. He doesn't understand the horror. He doesn't get it. He doesn't want to do it. It says the board doesn't want to do it, even though Dracula made a lot of money. And so you got all this kind of going back and forth during this week leading up to the filming. Oh, and then of course you have James Whale who he wants Boris Karloff, but then the studio or Lemley wants that known name. They want Lugosi, and so it's back and forth with that, and then Whale is fired. They bring in another guy, and then so all the politics and things like that. And as I said, this is historical fiction, so a lot of stuff probably didn't happen the way it did. But again, it's a fun story. I had at times when driving around listening to the book, I'm like, oh come on, you're so close. Or at times like, ooh, it's very entertaining. I could really visualize this. I mean, Julian David Stone wrote in such a compelling way is that I could actually see this as a movie. I mean, the way he described things, the way the characters work. I mean, I could actually see this as a film, and I would want to see this as a film. I'm just terrible at casting in my head, like who would play who. But again, it was just a highly entertaining book. I can't recommend it enough. And the audiobook was fantastic. Sadly, I don't have the name of the gentleman who narrated the book off the top of my head. But he did a fantastic job. And again, I cannot say more good stuff about it. I have no nitpicky stuff to say about the book. And I'm usually one of those kind of guys that usually kind of like, I didn't really like this part, or it's kind of dragged in this section. No, this is a really good book. So if you get the chance, it's called It's Alive by Julian David Stone. You can get the Kindle, you can get the regular book. It's on a hardback. The audiobook, again, through Audible or whoever you like to use for your audiobooks. I like to use Audible because I'm an Audible member, because I do a lot of driving, so I listen to a lot of audiobooks. And this is one I really enjoyed and will be listening to again. So, that's it. That's my review. Short and sweet. Love the book. I'd give it 4 out of 5 skulls. And so, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, until next time, remember, you cannot take it with you. So, make sure you give that gift of life. And make sure you are an organ donor. And I'll see you down the road. Have fun.